going to discuss about a new topic, that is the redox reaction. All of you know about the classical concept of oxidation and reduction. What is called an oxidation reaction? Oxidation reaction means those reactions in which either oxygen is added or the hydrogen is removed from a substance, or that is known as the oxidation. Reduction means that is the reaction in which hydrogen is added with the substance or the oxygen is removed from a substance, that is known as the reduction. And the reaction in which oxidation and reduction both occurs simultaneously, that is known as redox reaction. This classical concept we have read in class 10 also. Now here we have to read the electronic concept of oxidation and reduction. According to electronic concept, the losing of electron is known as the oxidation. That's why here, if we consider that the sodium loses one electron and it forms what, the Na plus, that is known as the oxidation. Then again, chlorine, it gets one electron and it forms what, the Cl minus, so that is known as the reduction. Now if I write here the Na plus Cl2, it gives here the NaCl, and in the balance condition 2Na will come here. Then Na to NaCl means here there is the plus form and then there is the negative form. So this is the oxidation, and this is reduction. Now also you see, if we consider here the zinc plus CuSO4, it's giving here the ZnSO4 plus Cu. Then what is coming here? The Zn plus Cu2 plus to Zn2 plus Cu. Now see here, the zinc loses 2 electron, means this is the oxidation, and Cu2 plus loses 2 electron, means this is the reduction. So what happened there? That the both oxidation and reduction occurs according to electronic concept, and both oxidation and reduction occur simultaneously in a compound. So this is known as the redox reaction. But this redox reaction can easily be explained in terms of in case of the ionic compound. But if we consider the case of the covalent compound, then easily we cannot show that the electron transfer is taking place from one atom to the another atom. In that case, how can we define then oxidation reduction reaction? In that case, we can define the oxidation reduction reaction in terms of a new concept that is known as the oxidation number. So what is this oxidation number? Oxidation number means this is a charge developed on an atom when other elements are removed from a specific compound. Just like, see, let us consider here the hydrogen atom, H2, hydrogen molecule. Now here you see that hydrogen, how it is formed? By covalent bond. As see, both the hydrogen atoms, both the electrons are in the same environment, then what will happen? That this electron pair will not be shifted to any of the hydrogen atom. It will remain in the middle. Ultimate charge developed will be 0. That means the oxidation state or the oxidation number of this free hydrogen atom will be 0. Now here you see, if we consider the HCl, so here the chlorine is more electronegative, you know, and chlorine is more electronegative means here the chlorine will shift this electron towards itself, and making the chloride is negative and the hydrogen is delta positive. And that means, see, if we remove this actually hydrogen from the chlorine, then the charge developed will be +1 and here it will be -1. So that is the oxidation state, or the H plus means the oxidation number of the hydrogen is the +1 and chlorine is the -1. Like that way we can define. That means, see, the oxidation number means the charge developed. That means it's totally dependent on the electronic configuration also, or the number of outermost electron, which can be lost by an atom or which can be gained by an atom. The oxidation number, it can be 0, negative and positive also. Now see, there are some rules to determine the oxidation number of a compound. First of all, first rule said that the oxidation number of an element in the free state or in the elemental state is always 0. Just like see, for hydrogen it will be 0, and for chlorine also it will be 0. Cl2, free Cl2. Now, in any compound of hydrogen, the oxidation number of hydrogen will be +1. Hydrogen will be +1. But except some metallic hydride, like sodium hydride, where it will be -1, then calcium hydride, where it will be -1, and also potassium hydride. In this case, the hydride will have the -1 oxidation number. Second rule said that the general oxidation number of oxygen in general compound is equal to -2. But in some peroxide, like H2O2, it would be -1 here. It will be also -1. But for the superoxide like KO2, there will be -1/2. And also see, when it will be connected with the more electronegative element like chlorine, then it may have the oxidation number like the +2, +1 also. That just like see, that if we consider the OF2, here the +2 oxidation number is having the oxygen, and here see for +1, see O2F2, this compound, the oxidation number of oxygen is +1, and next rule said that the oxidation number of fluorine is always -1. Oxidation number of fluorine is always -1. Then the oxidation number of individual ion like Na+, Al3+, Ca2+, F-, all will be their individual charge. Just like say Al3+, it has the charge 3+, so that means its oxidation state is +3. Similarly, for a sodium+, the oxidation number will be +1, etc. Now, the sum of all the oxidation number of an element in a compound always will be equal to 0. Let us see how to find out the oxidation number of an unknown compound. Just like say I am taking here the example of H2SO4. It has been asked here to find out the oxidation number of sulfur. So let us take that the oxidation number of sulfur be X here, and hydrogen what? The +1 into 2 plus X plus oxidation number -2 into 4, that should be equal to 0. Now see 2 plus X minus 8 equals to 0, then X equals to +6. So the sum of the oxidation number of all the elements in a compound, in a neutral compound, will be equal to 0. That is the main thing. And also see, if there is a charged ion like the NH4 plus polyatomic ion, so the sum of the oxidation number of individual element will be equal to its charge +1 or the -1 or the -2, etc. Okay. Now see, this is the normal way to find out the oxidation number, but there are some elements which shows the paradox of oxidation number. In the next segment of the video, we will be discussing that, and also I will be demonstrating here how to balance some chemical equation in an ion reactor method or the oxidation number method, or we will define the oxidation reaction or the redox reaction in terms of the oxidation number or oxidation state. That's all. Thank you.